Even more, Marcus here. I thought, given it's been 2-3 weeks or probably a little bit more since I've had the Oculus Go headset, I thought I'd do a quick little video to kind of go over some of the pros and cons and kind of my experience and how I use it, and my kind of general thoughts on the Oculus Go. Set the headset on, and I thought I'd sort of kind of talk through sort of all the different stuff that's in here and why I use it and why I've got certain things installed and that sort of thing. So I guess from kind of general sort of first kind of bit of information, it's kind of how comfortable it is. I do find it is very comfortable. The head strap at the moment, it's got that kind of like double strap at the back. It's adjustable at the top, adjustable at the sides. What you want to do is kind of pull it in quite tight. I remember when I first got it, I kind of always felt that my left eye was just a little bit blurry. And I think partly that was me getting used to it because I'm used to the Oculus Rift. But another one is you've got to kind of like squeeze your face in a little bit and kind of just, kind of get your face in there sort of thing. And once you do that, absolutely fine, no issues. Sits on here comfortably. It's quite cool in the room at the moment sort of thing, so I could quite happily sit with this on my face for hours. The controller's very good. It's very sort of just stays in one place and you can point it around, but it's very, very responsive. Very, very responsive. I couldn't be more accurate sort of thing. I find it very, very good in sort of selecting stuff and doing menu stuff and playing games, that sort of stuff. Brilliant. The buttons on it work very well. I guess the only thing that is probably a little bit of annoyance, in some games you have to click with the index finger, the trigger, but then some games you have to click your thumb on the trackpad part. So, and it's not always clear. Every game or app is a little bit different, so it's a little bit annoying that it does that sort of thing. But overall, can't really complain about how it works. Functionality, no 6 degree of movement sort of thing, but I don't think you need it. This is a perfect headset for just kind of sitting out, chilling, playing a few little sort of fun games or watching some video content and that sort of thing. So I think as far as issues go, I've pretty much not had any. I think a couple of times I've had the internet just drop out on the headset for no reason. Bit of an annoyance, but not a big thing. It's only happened maybe 2 or 3 times. Usually when you're in the middle of an app or something, it'll say disconnected from the internet, even though the internet is still definitely on. But other than that, it's been fine. I find the menus all pretty straightforward. If you're used to the Oculus Rift, it's very sort of similar. The apps are pretty much very similar, same as you use the same sort of apps that are available on the Gear VR. And if I kind of run through some of the apps and stuff that I use a lot of, so if you can see more here, Skybox is one that I've used a lot because I've been playing around with and testing 3D and 360 degree and 3D 360 degree footage. So I've got various different cameras. I mess around with all sort of stuff. I do some videos for my kids' YouTube channel and stuff like that. And I've just been testing it, and it's been a brilliant thing to quickly sort of, create something on my PC, plug the headset in with a cable, USB cable, and transfer the file over to the headset, and being able to test it in 3D or 360 degrees straight away, like perfect. I don't have to try and transfer it to my TV, play it on there for 360, for 3D, and 360 stuff. It's brilliant. It's the perfect way of doing it, sort of thing. And I've been able to kind of keep it plugged into my PC, and I just drag and drop files onto it, quickly stick the headset on, test the file. Does it work? I'll tweak it, render it, put it back on again, sort of thing. And I think that saved me so much time, and has made sort of the whole experience of sort of doing that sort of video testing brilliant. So it's been an invaluable tool for that sort of thing. Other apps on here, a lot of these I've kind of downloaded quite new and quite recently, so I've got a few games that I haven't played yet, so I'll probably do some videos on those soon. What else has been good? Coastal Combat, great little game. I was travelling on a plane last week, and it was only a couple of hours, so sort of an hour there, hour back sort of thing, just sort of a local flight sort of thing. And I played a little bit of that. That's a great sort of shooter. It's on rails, coaster obviously, and you just kind of point and shoot sort of thing with the controller, and it works really well. What else? Netflix is good. It's got all usual Netflix stuff in there. The only downside to Netflix I find is it doesn't have downloadable content. I think if it had downloadable stuff, it'd be great, absolutely perfect. But it gives you kind of like a living room environment and that sort of thing. Big screen is good because you can share your desktop, your laptop, or your PC sort of desktop, and sort of share that to it, and chat, sit and chat with other people at the same time. And Ninjutsu Warrior I've played a little bit of, Ultra Wings played a little bit of, they're good fun. Sing Space, I'm tone deaf, so that's like a singing game. These ones are all quite good, basic stuff. And Maze has got some really good, really good 3D videos. A lot of them are 180 degrees, so kind of the new sort of Google format that they're going to push with their sort of dual sort of 180 degree lenses. It's got some really great videos for that, so it's worth definitely checking out that. But it's a little bit of fun. I know there's a new fishing game I saw on Reddit the other day that looks very good, so that's one to keep an eye out for. V-Time is a nice little social app. You kind of go to people's rooms, you sit sort of 4 people in a room, and you can kind of share your 360 degree photos and that sort of thing. Chatting away, I was chatting to a guy in Washington DC in America, and he was showing me all his, you know, his local area and all the monuments and all sorts. It was quite good. What else do I use a fair bit? Most of these other things are kind of little games and apps and stuff. The Jurassic World one's quite good. And I've got a fair few things installed. You sort of see here, these last 3 there, I've installed ready to do a little video on at some point. So, as I say, really sort of responsive. The content that kind of scrolls through here is always quite good to look at, you know. Don't want to look at 3D Batman Lego, you know, all these different things to just instantly sort of pop up and have a little look at. Battery life, I guess, could be a little bit better maybe if I was being picky. I mean, it lasts probably a good 2 hours, if not 2.5 hours, depending on what you're doing. And I do find that I do quite often have it plugged in at the same time. It maybe get a little bit warm at the front, but nothing crazy. I mean, it's reasonably warm now. I can feel the heat on it. But, you know, when it's plugged in, it does get a little bit hotter. So, you know, you're probably looking at extending your battery time. I do have like little USB battery packs and stuff that I could potentially sort of stick on the side, or do something like that. Maybe this one's a bit big. But I was testing this. This is like a router hotspot type thing, and you can power your USB on here as well. But I was hoping that you'd be able to transfer files back and forth between it, but it doesn't work. Well, I'll tell you, like, it does. DNLA works, but the content that I had on the memory cards and stuff, I think was just too high quality. So I need some future testing with this to make sure it works. So I'll probably end up doing a proper video on this at some point, just to sort of go over sort of my kind of experience with it. But recording and sharing stuff's quite good. So at the moment I'm recording a clip directly with the Oculus Go, so it should be nice sort of quality, sort of 1024 pixels by 1024. But the downside to that is if you switch apps, if I go into these apps now, it would stop the recording, which is a bit of annoying. You can share to Facebook, and I've done that before, got another video on that as well. The quality is a lot lower, it's like a third of the quality, but you can go around, change apps, do what you want. It records the audio as well, which this clip won't do. It won't record the audio, but if you stream to Facebook, it will. Yeah. So your alternative here is just to like either bump up the volume here and let your camera capture the audio that you've got going on, or use the headphone jack and feed out the audio to something else to capture it, sort of thing. This kind of depends on what you're doing, really. It depends on what you're doing, depends on what you want to do. Sharing stuff and whatever. You've got various rooms and various games and stuff to go on. I find the internet browser is quite good. I've used that quite a lot for YouTube and Twitch. And just general browsing, I found it quite good. Go on the Amazon website and have a little look at stuff. I think it's been quite a good experience. You know, looking at whatever I want to look at and getting nice big screens. It's not quite nice just to kind of sit back and, you know, have an adjust screen. So like some of the apps that I've got, like the Pegasus app, it's got lots and lots of customization. It's like a custom media player, but it's got so much customization. It makes you look like you're in a cinema or a void, or you make the screen bigger and curve it and all sorts. And it's really, really quite good. I think one of the great things about this headset is the way they deal with sound. Now, you can obviously plug a headset in if you wanted to. That works. But the audio that comes through the actual headset itself is really, really good. Basically, it comes out the strap of the headset. So it kind of comes down from here into here with these sort of solid plastic parts, and then little openings literally come out by your ears, and it's perfect. I've had this on blaring away with YouTube and whatever, and actually people sort of, you know, not too far away, sort of 6 foot away, can hardly hear it. You know, they just hear it. Just almost sounds like they've got headphones on. But to me, it sounds super clear. It actually goes pretty loud, uncomfortably loud. I don't like things too loud, but it works really well. So thumbs up on that one. I think that one works really well. Rather than having sort of headsets that come down or anything else that could be knocked off or anything, it keeps it really nice and compact. It's really good. I guess for storing the headset, you've got to take it off. I've got a case I put it in, sort of thing, but the lenses are still kind of exposed. You know, if you've got the controller in there, it might rattle around, might knock it. I do keep a microfiber cloth in there with it, just to keep it safe, stop the lenses from being scratched. But what I have ordered is a 3D printed protector, which should kind of cover the entire lenses and sort of the nose area, sort of thing, and slot in. And it actually then has a little slot for you to put your controller in to hold it in place. So in theory, I could kind of just carry it around like that, use the head strap, and it's kind of all contained because it's well built. It is solid. It doesn't feel cheap or tacky or anything like that. You know, the screen itself is really clear. You know, everything you watch, sort of thing, like I'm looking around here now, is really clear. I would say, although it's meant to be higher resolution and everything, better lenses than Oculus Rift, I still kind of prefer Oculus Rift, but I think that's because of the processing power behind it and the graphics and the fidelity of everything that it creates is just a little bit better. But for this stuff, I'm watching YouTube and content and videos and whatever, they look really good. These menus look good. Everything's in focus. No, you still get the odd sort of God ray type thing, but nothing like the Rift. And I can't really knock it, sort of thing. It is a really comfortable experience to use. I think one of the great things about this is the headset is really flexible. I've got a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old, both boys, and they can both wear this comfortably, sort of thing. You just pull the straps a bit tighter. There's enough leeway in there to get it on nice and comfortable. There's no sort of adjusting of the lenses or anything. My 10-year-old, he wears glasses. He can get those in perfectly. They don't scratch the lenses or touch. Plenty of room, and he's obviously got a smaller head than I have. And both of them, love it. The games, the apps, watching video, whatever, they're always asking to use it. Now, they always want to use the Oculus Rift because it's got infinitely better games on it, Beat Saber, whatever. But the games that are on here are fun. They pick up and play. They're more akin to mobile stuff, but there are some more in-depth stuff. But I don't think they'd be interested in those either. They're very sort of here now, bit of entertainment sort of mentality in my kids. So for them, I think this is perfect, and I probably would consider buying them one if there was some way of locking this down for kids. Restricting a few things maybe. I would consider one of these as a present for a 10-year-old. Absolutely. Even the 7-year-old. I think he would get a lot of use out of this. I think battery life would be an issue for them because they probably want to use it probably even more than I would. What else could I go over? I think that's kind of it from a kind of an overview. I don't want to make this video too long, but do let me know in the comments down below if you've got any questions and you want to see more of this sort of stuff. I think what I will be doing is some more sort of little game reviews and that sort of thing. So sort of stay tuned for those. I'm open to sort of any questions or anything else you want to ask me in the comments down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. That's fine. I'm big enough and not good enough to take it. But do let me know in the comments down below if there is, why, what can I do better? I think that's pretty much me. I'm done. I'm out. Take it easy.